Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and my followers. This evening, I'll be talking to you about the topic prayer not the solution to joblessness. We are continuing our career planning series. You see, as we continue to plan, there are certain misconceptions that we have to clear from our minds so that we know what to do, we know the decisions we have to make so that we don't make wrong decisions and then continue to stay in joblessness and poverty. As I always mention, our aim is to combat poverty, to fight poverty so that we, the African youth, can be useful to ourselves and to our families. If you are unemployed, all those people that could have depended on you and survive are affected directly or indirectly. So for you to be successful, it will affect a chain of people, it will affect a number of people. So there are certain things you have to consider when making your career decisions so that those who are looking up to you will not suffer because of your mistakes. So I titled today's series as Prayer Not the Solution to Joblessness, or Prayer Not the Cure to Joblessness. You see, if you are jobless, I'm trying to tell you that prayer is not the only solution. I'm not condemning prayer. I'm not saying prayer is not good. You see, my pastor, he was campus pastor at the University of Education, Winneba. He used to tell us that when you are praying, pray as if all depend on God. And when you are working, work as if all depend on you. So here I'm trying to say that balance prayer with work. Don't spend all of your time praying and praying and praying and thinking that things will work well for you. You know, when the disciples of Jesus asked him, teach us how to pray. He said, pray that our Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is. You see, then he said, give us today our daily bread. That does not mean that you shouldn't work and ask God for daily bread. You are not looking for only daily bread. You need something more than daily bread. You see, today we don't depend on daily bread. You need to send your children to school. You need to assist your family. You need to take care of people, medical. So daily bread is not enough. So that prayer is not meant for you alone. You are not the only person who has seen that portion in the Bible. So you say, our God will give us our daily bread. You see, don't be misled by that quotation that God said he will give us our daily bread. Even the birds in the sky, if God is able to feed them, how much more can't he feed us? That prayer is not for you, okay? So what I'm trying to say is, in the last video, I mentioned that don't be deceived that there's something called money ritual. So you can make money without working for it. Bring your sister for money, bring your daughter for money, bring your son for money, or bring your parents for money. They will kill your parents and you will not get money. They will kill your daughter and you will not get that money. So don't be misled. You will end up in jail and still will not be rich. See, so we Africans are busy thinking that, oh, there's money ritual. You won't have peace even if you try it, okay? So just as money ritual is not the solution to joblessness, or it's not the key to success, prayer is not either. Joseph, who is Jesus' father, he was a carpenter. Why didn't Jesus just command money from heaven through prayers and gave him his father so that his father will be the richest on earth? Did Jesus do that? That didn't happen because Jesus even himself helped his Father in his carpentry work to tell us that we must work for anything we want in life. Okay, we must work for anything we want, not the other way around. You can't say, oh, prayers, fast for 20 days, 30 days, 1 month, so that you will get a job. No. Work for it. You see, because Jesus had all the powers to command money and give to his family. But he didn't do that. He helped his Father in his carpentry work. So do something that will bring you money, and not only thinking that if you pray, your problems will be solved. It won't. Okay. Israelites, we Christians, we believe that Jesus came out of Israel. Okay. So we pray that God of Israel help me. But today, Israelites are big-time farmers. They value work. Why is it that they are not sitting down and say, our God will give us? We believe God is God of Israel. Jesus came for Israelites. But today, Israelites are working. So it should tell you that hard work pays. They are not depending on prayers, thinking that God came for them so God can give them everything they ask for. God doesn't give that. You see, no. Let's use the parable in the Bible, the parable of the talent. A man who was traveling in Matthew chapter 25, verses 14 to 30. A man who was traveling and gave talent to his servants. He gave one 5, another one 3, another one 2, making 10, according to their abilities, but not according to their prayers. When he returned, he traveled to a far distant land and came back. The first one worked hard, multiplied it by 2. He said, thank you. The second one multiplied by 2. Thank you. The last one buried his talent. What did the master do? He collected it and even asked them to throw him out because God doesn't like a lazy person. So you cannot say, I want to pray and then my destiny will change. I want to pray and everything will get well for me. Oh, I know that after praying, everything will get well. No. Pray and work. Balance the two. Don't spend all your time praying. Okay? Then, so, by the end of the story, I'm just trying to tell you that prayer is not the only solution. Work, pray, work, and pray. Balance the two. Okay. Now, let me tell you this. You are applying for a job, and the job description, if you understand the job description is what will tell you that we need this kind of person, we need this kind of skills, we need this kind of experience. So in the job description, it is stated clearly that we need somebody with degree in accounting, with 3 years experience in project management, and your degree is in accounting, 0 experience. Do you think you can pray and that will change the job description? Never. So it means that you have to try to do something in project management. Try and get some experience in project management if you really want that kind of job. The job description is clear. It cannot be changed because you have prayed. You see, as I always tell you, I'm not underrating prayers. I'm not saying prayer is not good. There are things prayers can do. There are things you have to do it yourself. So know what prayers can do and know what you should be doing. So I'll be taking you to what you call self-development. Develop yourself, develop your skill. You see, some of us, we have gained the degrees. We have all the qualifications, but we do not have additional skills that the job seekers want. Some of us, even we cannot even type in Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, Excel. Meanwhile, we have all the time in the world to watch Kunkumbaja, to watch Date Rush. You see, we have time to watch unnecessary things that doesn't do not add value to us. So try to learn something a little to add to your degree. Even some of the job description, they'll just ask driving license. And meanwhile, you have the money to go to driving school and get a license you don't have. Just because of driving license, you will lose that job. Because they want somebody they will employ and will not have to pay for a driver. So you should be able to drive your own. Go for driving license. It's a skill. Driving license, that's all. Outside here, outside Ghana, driving license is very critical. Many jobs, they want somebody with driving experience. If you don't have that, forget it. You have met the minimum qualification requirements, but because of driving license, you'll be denied a job. So I'm saying prayer is not the solution. It's not the cure to joblessness. If you are jobless, do something and pray. Don't pray alone. Don't only focus on prayers, and then you see and think everything will be all right. The last point I'll be talking about is a pastor. He's a prophet. Let me say he's a prophet. He said, you see, we Africans have turned the house of God, which is the church, into a place of seeking help. So only people who need help come to church. Rich people don't come to church because they feel they have everything. So we, the poor ones who don't have anything, we come to church to seek for help. Church is a place of worship, not a place where people seek help. When you get that help and then your problems are solved, you'll never come to church because you are busy. You are going here, you are going there, you are going. You see, so we have turned church into a place where we seek help, not a place of worship. So, as I always say, follow this page, NALAW YATIMUE, PNY, share these videos. Let us come together and remove some misconceptions. Then we will now zoom into career planning. I'm going to take time and deal with career planning thoroughly. I've not yet started at all. I'm just trying to clear the way for us to start the topic. I will tackle students' issue, how to select courses, because some courses that we have been doing they are no longer relevant in the market. We have to shift our attention to new courses that are coming up, that are in high demand in the market, so that we can be relevant. We will be up to date. We will stay on the job. Okay, thank you very much. Follow my YouTube, my Facebook page, share my video, and then subscribe at NALAW YATIMUE PNY. On my YouTube channel, NALAW YATIMUE Career Planning. Follow, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you and good evening.